Hey Gemini, welcome to RuneScopes by Amanda. That's me. This month for your reading, I will be using the Medieval Scapini Tarot deck by Luigi Scapini in conjunction with our trusty runes. Then as always, be sure to join me for part 2 of your reading over on Vimeo channel. You'll find the link below in the info box. I will be shuffling and interpreting one card from Nature's Whispers by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall, just to see what the extra spiritual guidance and advice for September is for you Geminis. So don't forget to check that out after this video. I have a throat lozenge present, so I'm sorry if you hear the clicking, or I'm hopefully getting over a cold. And if the video gets choppy, it's because I had to stop it to cough. So all those caveats having been laid bare, let's jump in here, Gemini. See which runes want to be cast for Gemini. 15. What's going on, Geminis? There it is. Lots of runes. Lots of runes want to talk to Gemini. As always, Gemini, keep in mind these are general readings for thousands of people who identify with the sign of Gemini in some way. So not all of these messages will apply to your specific circumstances. That's impossible. That's only possible in a private session. I do those on Skype. They are $. Drop me a line at the email address here in the video or below. If you'd like some more generic, general messages, you can get those also in your rising sign. Watching the RuneScope for your rising sign as well. If you know it, you can always check that. And sometimes all of your specific messages will come through your rising sign video instead of your sun sign. But in general, for lots and lots of gems, let's see what I'm getting here for our challenge. That's where we always start. Challenge in the month of September. It's coming up as a person. You are the 3rd sign, I believe, who has gotten a person coming up as the challenge for the month. And this is the King of Swords in reverse. Aquarius got the Queen of Swords. In these general readings, these people cards can be male or female. So this could be a female for you, for some of you. So this could be somebody associated with an air, with air signs. It could be another Gemini, an Aquarius, or a Libra. It could also be you. Some of you Geminis, if you're getting in your own way here somehow. Let's see. Well, I think your challenge is reuniting with someone who has been difficult, to say the least. This energy in the reverse is, at worst case scenario, a liar and a cheat, verbally abusive, harsh, critical, but to the extreme. Never has a nice thing to say about anybody. Maybe this is somebody who said harsh or critical things about you, Gemini. Again, because this is a general reading for some of you Gemini, somebody saying that to you, or somebody saying that about you. Gemini was harsh and critical. Gemini lied to me. Your obstacle could be somebody dragging your name through the mud, Gemini. So your challenge could be, for some of you, either you really are like this, you really did lie, you really are overly critical, you really maybe shouldn't have been so harsh, you really are verbally abusive. That's quite an obstacle. But for others of you, it's just somebody saying that you are. They're trying to present you as in this negative light, and it may or not be true. And for still others of you, some other sector of gems out there, this is someone else who is acting like, they'd be another air sign, but they are certainly acting like this. And it has to do with communication. Something someone said, is saying, or will be saying. Remember. And for many of you, this is a family member, this is a friend, because they're part of the group. It could be a coworker, but Mamas means that you and this person are somehow connected with a group. You either work at the same place, this is a member of your family, you live in the same household, you're in the same friend group, or you were. And I get the feeling, really, Gemini, with this person, they didn't used to be this way. It's almost like they used to be the complete opposite of this. They used to be kind and caring and helpful and protective. And now they just go around saying nasty things about and to people. They refuse to be held accountable, or they refuse to take responsibility for it. And Gemini, again, for some of you, maybe this is you. You used to care. You used to care about people. You used to get along with the family. You used to get along with the friend group. But something changed. Something's happened. And you became really harsh and cynical or negative in the way you communicate. And that's become an obstacle in your relationships with those closest to you or those you work with. And for some of you still, maybe this is just an energy in her. You're just acting out in some way in Ember. Maybe you've held something in, some sort of resentment or something for so long, and it just kind of comes out in her. For others of you, it's like trying to reunite with this person, but they're refusing to take responsibility for this behavior. So, lots of different ways this is coming in. In the present energy, we've got the Three of Swords, but it's in reverse, which is good. This is better in reverse. So present, as far as the time frame, for some of you, it'll be whenever you're watching this video. This could be already happening, going on. This Three of Swords in reverse could already be what you're dealing with in the present. For others of you, it will be going into mid-ish. Three of Swords in reverse is about recovering from a betrayal, recovering from heartbreak, recovering from heart surgery, recovering from anything to do with your heart being affected. And when we talk about the heart, we're usually talking about emotions. And air signs like you, Gemini, are normally kind of detached from emotions a little bit, or you can detach. It's not that you don't have them, but sometimes you have difficulty understanding overly sensitive people. And that, for some of you, maybe you just said something off the cuff or and somebody who is, way more sensitive than you, misconstrued your meaning. There was a misunderstanding. Maybe this happened during Mercury retrograde when, miscommunications are abound. But I feel like in the present, this is like you're trying to come back together with somebody who either felt this way about you or you felt this way about them. And we're trying to get over that heartbreak or separation or that feeling of betrayal. For some of you, maybe you're divorcing this person. And you are, you're over their verbal abuse, you're over their lies, you're over their cheating, you're over their deception. And maybe they're trying to get back together with you and you're not having it. That's another way this is working out. And because you're not having it, they be like trying to drag your name through the mud or saying bad things about you when they were the one that broke the bond or if you did cheat or if you were the cause of a divorce or separation, Gemini, you have to take your lumps. If you did cheat on a partner, sure, maybe they suck too. I mean, when a relationship breaks up, it's usually the part of two parties, but I mean, it comes down to who broke the vow, right? And if you did it, you have to take your lumps here. I still see you getting over this though. Like you're done, you're over it in the present. The help that's going to be available, we've got the Seven of Coins. So you are losing yourself in work. Many of you have a lot to do in Ember. You'd be working a lot of extra hours. There'd be a big project that requires you to be on the job more than usual in Ember. And that is going to help you kind of break away from this or get some distance. Let me see what else is coming through with this, because the runes here, I'm trying to get the message of how they're fitting with this. There's an element of waiting with the Seven of Coins. You're waiting for somebody to learn the lesson. Okay? Any of you. You're waiting for someone to get it, like why this was bad, why this was a betrayal. You're waiting for them to just get it. Like, you owe me an apology. Like, could you tell me why you treated me this way? I don't get it. You're waiting for this. And because this is a help to you, I don't know, maybe you're waiting to respond to someone who's trying to contact you. You're waiting until you get that apology. You're waiting until they get the message. Weird is here, indicating that this person is going to get it, but only after, like, they have to learn this the hard way. They have got to learn this the hard way. And you be part of that. You waiting to respond. You waiting to help them. And, if they're asking for your help or assistance in some way after saying bad things about you or saying bad things to you, you're not going to be that receptive to helping them out of whatever jam this is until you get an apology. But for others of you, I think waiting for someone to learn their lesson will pay off in her. So, but there's an element of pride here with this energy. Like, they don't want to admit that they were wrong, but they were. And they just keep repeating this same, I'm seeing like it's like a hurricane and this person's just caught in it and they just keep going in a circle. It's like a whirlpool of this same lesson, same lesson, same lesson. Why aren't you getting it? Don't you want out of this? But you keep going around and around and you don't want out. You can reach a hand out and maybe, maybe your Gemini friend will help you, but all you have to say is, I'm sorry, or explain why this occurred. But with weird, there is like, once this person gets it, that's totally going to change them maybe back into the kind, caring, giving person that you used to know, the one that you liked. Now, what must be accepted, if this is a work situation, it is going to help you. Like, maybe your job is just really monotonous like that. And it's helping you to lose yourself in the monotony of your job or your work. If you're retired, maybe it's just yard work or a hobby. Maybe you make things with your hands, you fix things, you build things, whatever. Maybe you knit, whatever you can do to just kind of lose yourself and not have to think about this and take a little break from it, because it seems like it's just really stressful, the waiting for someone to get it. The help that's going to be available, we've got the Two of Cups in reverse. So this is a disharmony, a breakup, a divorce, a separation, an ending of a relationship. The cards around, the runes around this are very positive. And it's, again, connected to a group or family. So there's someone in the family getting a divorce, but I think for you it's a good thing. Or your own divorce and wrapping up all of this, you're now free to move on and maybe move in with someone else, maybe move out on your own, or you're kicking that person out and you got the house to yourself, right? But whatever, an ending to a partnership is opening up new doors with home, domestic situation, family, the group. And this has a lot of connections to the past. So, this would be people who have been married for a while or someone you've known for, again, a long time, which was the energy I was getting from this. Like, we used to know them when they were sweet and kind. Maybe your kids, a sweet, kind little kid, and then they turned up into they grew up into a monster, and they got with this horrible person, and now they're getting rid of this person, and yay. So that's one storyline I'm getting, Gemini. So yeah, some sort of separation, breakup, a couple parting ways, a marriage ending is positive for you and actually the rest of the family, because you're getting rid of this influence. Or for some of you, maybe this was the in-law, this nasty energy. Maybe it was an abusive person that your kid was with, and now they're out of there. They're tossing them aside. And this is allowing you to spend more time with this person. They're going to be allowed to be themselves again, the old them. The outcome is the Knight of Swords. So the opposite energy of the King of Swords in reverse. this could be the same person, and what I'm seeing is like a transformation. We start out with this, they're this horrible person, or with this horrible person, they get rid of that influence, and you're waiting for them to kind of get it, and then they do. If not by the end of December, maybe as we move into the last part of the year. Again, an air sign energy, another Gemini, an Aquarius, or a Libra, could be you as well. But knights are normally younger, 5 or younger generally. So again, one of your kids. The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight in the deck. So he is very quick to get it, usually. Very intelligent person, very intelligent energy, very logical, methodical, analytical. And the rune of protection is coming up here. So I'm almost feeling like if this is the same person, for some of you it will be, for some it's not. Who they've turned into has been a facade, and who they are has been protected all this time. And like, it's been there the whole time, but they've had to kind of bury it. They've had to kind of hide it. Or, yeah, I just get this like superficial feeling of someone pretending to be someone they're not, having to do that for a situation, for a marriage, for a partnership, and that's why it's ending, because they were never their true selves. So I feel like communication will be coming from this person, Gemini. For others of you, if you were waiting to respond, you're waiting for the apology. I think by the end of the month, or if you haven't gotten it, you will say something back, but it may not. IWAS indicates there still needs to be a little more time. Something's not quite done. It's not quite cooked. It will be, because the goal is attainable. It's protected, and it's meant to turn out that way, but it needs a little bit more time to cook. So now this could be you just delivering your message, Gemini. And maybe you'll just lay it on the line and be like, hey, yeah, we can talk, but I'd really like to know why you said this, or why you treated me this way, or why this was done or that was done. And really like some sort of explanation, or at least an apology for that before I'm gonna proceed. So yeah, there's a breakup or an ending that's benefiting you, Gemini, I feel, in a positive way, and allowing you to finally be yourself, or open up, especially your communication. And you're finding your way back to who you were, or someone is, and you're part of that. They're going to be communicating with you back and forth, but I mean, it may not be complete until after November here. So that's what I see here in general, Gemini. As I mentioned, join me over on Vimeo. I'm going to shuffle Nature's Whispers. I want to see which card we get really for this, and see what kind of clarity we get from those cards about these energies. Mostly an air sign month here. And maybe a lot of this happens during the time we enter Libra, which starts, I believe, around November 21st or so. So maybe a lot of this is centered around the last bit of the month. So let me know how it plays out in the comments for sure. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you back here next month.